Hey there, it's Angel. So, forbearance. It's a conversation that I'm having, that my friend Tiare is having, and we're here to answer some of your questions about what to do, how to do it, when to do it, and what happens if you've already taken one. Stay tuned. So I have my friend Tiare Ferguson here, and she is going to help me, help you, and answer some of your questions about the forbearance. If you took one because POTUS told you to take one, if you need to refinance, what's going to happen to your credit. We have a whole bunch of questions, right, Tiare?
We do.
All right.
I have answers.
So let's get to it. Okay, first question. What is the forbearance from the CARES Act?
The forbearance from the CARES Act is where POTUS said, go ahead, you don't need to make your payments for 3 months, and on the 4th month, you can go ahead and get them all caught up because he was doing the unemployment, all the stimulus, all of that.
Because the world went upside down
with COVID. So what's happened now is that a lot of people are seeing that the rates are down, they're low, they're great, and they want to refinance, but they didn't make their payments for 3 months.
Can they refinance?
Yes, they can refinance. If you have missed, say, 2 payments or 3 payments, you get those payments brought current. Give me a letter from your mortgage company saying you're out of the forbearance, everything's been brought current. You prove to me you paid it out of your own money, not a gift from anybody.
Ooh.
We can do the refinance.
Okay, so let's break that down for a hot second. So a gift from somebody would be mama, grandma, whomever.
Not acceptable.
It's got to come from your income.
Correct.
Okay, second thing, the forbearance, does it have a timeline? Like if we took it in March, if somebody took it in March and now we are September 2020, how long do they have to use it?
They can stay in their forbearance basically as long as they need to, up to 6 months. So as an example, a client recently was 5 months behind, asked him to make all 5 months payments. Unfortunately, he couldn't. That took us to the next step.
Which was?
The next step is where he reached out to his mortgage company. The mortgage company said, we will do a forbearance and just add that, plus the property taxes and insurance you haven't paid, to the end of your loan.
Okay, that is key. Did you hear what she just said? Rewind that. Okay, now go forward. Your property taxes and insurance are still being paid even though you're not making the payment. All of those monies go to the back end of your mortgage payment. Am I right?
You are correct.
Okay, so when you need to refinance out of the forbearance, if you have moved those monies to the back end of your loan, you're then going to refinance that portion plus your regular mortgage, right?
Correct. And you can do that after you've made 3 monthly payments of your mortgage on time. But if you can't make those payments, that's when you get with Angel,
your favorite realtor. Okay, so here's what's going to happen when you and I meet. So when we talk about, do you have child support? Do you have a back tax lien? Did you take a forbearance? You're going to say, yes, I did. It's not a cross that you have to bear. It doesn't mean you have a target on your back. It just means it's going to come off of your proceeds on the sale. So when we meet, when we talk about selling your house because you've realized, okay, the world went upside down in March. Here we are, September 2020. I don't love this house enough to try to save it. I need to sell it. You and I are going to meet and you're going to say, I owe this much on my mortgage. I took the forbearance in June or July and I'm not going to get it caught up. So those numbers are going to be part of what you're going to take and get paid off from the sale. And if you're going to do it now, because this market right now with the interest rates, am I right?
Interest rates are so low still.
Ridiculously low. Doesn't matter if it's FHA, VA, or conventional. They're all way low, and I don't have a crystal ball.
I don't
but
either.
I don't see them going from the 2s and 3s that they're at now to 12 like they did back in the 80s when they were at 13 or 14%. But they could go up, but again, we don't have our crystal ball, but really the chances of them staying low for a very long period of time are really, really high. So if you are interested in selling and this is when you're going to buy, of course you're going to have the great rate, but if you're interested in selling and just kind of letting the dust settle and you have that equity, then you're probably going to be able to use that equity and get a really good loan with that money that you've earned from the sale plus a really good rate and go forward. Now, question for you.
Yes.
Just thought of it. How far from the forbearance and or the refinance can somebody buy?
You're going to have to show that you've been making your payments on time, either through the mortgage payment or through a rental that you get into. Now, if it's a short sale, you're going to have to wait 2 years. There's just no way around that. But if you sell your house with Angel, you make a profit in that, and you can show you've made your house payments and you've made your rental payments. If you choose to rent for 3 to 4 months in a row, you can then turn around and purchase. If you do a short sale and you're renting, you're going to have to do that for 2 years because you did a short sale.
Okay.
But if you made a profit off of your home and you did do the forbearance and you added it to the end of the loan and you've been making those house payments on time, you can then turn around and go ahead and purchase another home. And as far as your credit, when you do the forbearance and you also get your payments caught up, it's not affecting the credit scores.
Yay! Did you hear that? Rewind that. It's not affecting your credit score.
It's not affecting your credit scores at this point in time. POTUS said that was part of the CARES Act. It's not going to affect your credit. So
that's really good news.
that's a big deal.
That's a really big deal. So if you've been living in your house and you know, just been minding your own business, and then the world went upside down with Rona, and then all of a sudden you don't make the same amount of money, you don't love the house because it's now, you realize, way too small because everybody's all up in your business, and or you need to get a different job and you might be making a lot less, you don't need to get your credit dinged on top of all those other decisions that you're about to make. So praise the Lord that that's not something that you have to worry about right now. Again, this is September 2020. Things change very rapidly, but again, that's not something that you need to worry about right now.
Make sure you understand that is not a forever situation.
Right.
that is just a short-term
Right now.
situation right now
Yes.
that POTUS gave us.
Yes. Okay, so here's the good news. You guys know how to reach out to me. I'm your favorite realtor. All of my information is down below. But now you have another way to reach out to Tiare, and she is with?
I'm with Cornerstone Mortgage.
There you go. And all of her information will be down in the link below or up above my head. Or up above her head, probably. So there we have it. We have the forbearance question answered. We know what the CARES Act is. We know what happens with your credit and a potential refi or a sale. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next Wednesday.